the world's largest hydroelectric dam stands as a marvel of modern engineering, designed to harness the raw power of nature. But despite its grandeur, troubling signs have begun to appear, not just in the concrete, but in the very foundation of China's ambitions. Welcome back to Urban Giants, the channel where we delve deep into the world's most awe-inspiring structures and uncover the untold stories behind them. Today, we're heading to the heart of China to explore the shocking truth behind the Three Gorges Dam, a $31 billion mega project that might be on the brink of collapse. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. The Three Gorges Dam was never just a dam. It was a symbol, a testament to China's determination to master its environment and propel itself into the future. Construction began in 1994, and by the time the dam was fully operational in 2012, it had cost a staggering $31 billion and required the relocation of 1.4 million people. The decision to embark on such a colossal project was rooted in several strategic objectives. The Yangtze River, China's longest, is prone to catastrophic flooding, which has historically devastated communities along its banks. The dam was intended to control these floods, protecting millions of people and vast swathes of farmland from the river's wrath. Beyond flood control, the dam was also seen as a solution to China's growing energy demands. At the time, China was heavily reliant on coal, with all the environmental damage that entails. The Three Gorges Dam, with its installed capacity of 22.5 gigawatts, was designed to change that. By converting the kinetic energy of water into electricity, the dam could power millions of homes across China, reducing the country's dependence on coal. In 2020, it set a world record by generating 111.8 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, a feat that underscored its potential as a clean energy source. Moreover, the dam was intended to improve navigation along the Yangtze River, allowing larger ships to travel deeper inland, boosting trade and economic growth. However, as impressive as these achievements are, the real story lies in the cracks, both literal and figurative, that are starting to emerge. Since its inception, the Three Gorges Dam has been marred by controversy. While its proponents hailed it as a triumph of engineering and a vital tool for China's development, critics were quick to point out the project's environmental and social costs. But now concerns about its structural integrity are taking center stage, raising questions about the dam's long-term viability. Recent satellite images have shown disturbing deformations in the dam's structure. These images, which were circulated widely on social media, suggested that parts of the dam might be warping under pressure. The Chinese government was quick to dismiss these claims, attributing the images to algorithm errors in mapping software. However, the growing body of evidence has left many experts unconvinced. The Three Gorges Dam is built in an earthquake-prone zone, a fact that has always worried geologists. The region has a history of seismic activity, and some believe that the sheer weight of the dam's reservoir, holding over 39 billion cubic meters of water, could be increasing the risk of earthquakes. There are also concerns that substandard building materials and construction shortcuts may have compromised the dam's durability from the start. In 2020, the dam faced its largest flood peak ever, pushing its limits and raising alarms about its ability to withstand future extreme weather events. During this flood, the dam's operators had to open all its spillways to prevent the structure from being overwhelmed. While the dam held, the event highlighted just how precarious its situation might be. But the dangers don't end there. The reservoir behind the dam has become a dumping ground for industrial waste, leading to deteriorating water quality. Toxic algae blooms have become more frequent, and the once rich biodiversity of the Yangtze River is under threat. Fish populations have plummeted, and the river's ecosystem has been fundamentally altered. Landslides have also become more common in the region. The rapid rise and fall of water levels in the reservoir are believed to be destabilizing the surrounding hillsides, leading to massive landslides that have already claimed lives and destroyed property. These landslides pose an ongoing threat to the dam's infrastructure, as well as to the communities living downstream. Technical details often dominate the conversation, but the human cost of this colossal project cannot be overlooked. The construction of the Three Gorges Dam forced 1.4 million people to leave their homes, farms, and communities. These people were promised better lives in new towns, but the reality has often fallen short of expectations. The resettlement process was fraught with problems. Many of the new homes provided to displaced people were of poor quality, and the infrastructure in resettlement areas was often inadequate. Roads, schools, and hospitals were either lacking or substandard, making life difficult for those who had already endured the trauma of being uprooted. Moreover, the compensation provided to those who were displaced was often insufficient. Many people found themselves worse off financially after the move, struggling to adapt to new environments with fewer resources. The social fabric of communities was torn apart, and many resettlers continue to experience feelings of loss and alienation. For these people, the dam was never a symbol of progress. It was a symbol of loss. And if the worst were to happen, if the dam were to fail, the human toll would be unimaginable. Experts warn that a collapse could unleash a tsunami-like wave, wiping out millions of acres of farmland and rendering low-lying cities uninhabitable. The death toll would be staggering, and the economic impact would be felt far beyond China's borders. This is not just a domestic issue for China. The Yangtze River is a vital artery for the global economy. A disaster at the Three Gorges Dam could disrupt global supply chains, leading to economic repercussions around the world. The stakes could not be higher. Beyond the human and technical challenges, the environmental consequences of the Three Gorges Dam are far-reaching and deeply troubling. The dam has altered the natural flow of the Yangtze River, which has had a cascading effect on the river's ecosystem. Sediment that would naturally flow downstream and replenish deltas is now trapped behind the dam, leading to erosion and loss of fertile land in the river's lower reaches. The changes in water flow have also affected the river's fish populations. Species that once thrived in the fast-flowing waters of the Yangtze are now struggling to survive in the stagnant conditions created by the dam. The river's famous Chinese sturgeon, a species that has existed for over 140 million years, is now critically endangered, with the dam playing a significant role in its decline. Moreover, the dam has created a massive reservoir that has inundated thousands of square kilometers of land, submerging forests, farmland, and entire villages. This has not only displaced people, but also destroyed habitats for countless species of plants and animals. The loss of biodiversity in the region is a tragedy that cannot be easily quantified. The reservoir has also become a source of pollution. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and sewage from upstream cities and towns have all found their way into the reservoir, leading to severe water quality issues. Toxic algae blooms have become a frequent occurrence, threatening both aquatic life and the health of the people who depend on the river for drinking water. These environmental impacts are not just local, they have global implications. The Yangtze River is one of the world's great rivers, and the changes brought about by the Three Gorges Dam are felt far beyond China's borders. The dam's contribution to the loss of biodiversity, the alteration of natural water flows, and the pollution of the river are all part of a broader pattern of environmental degradation that is being replicated around the world as nations pursue rapid industrialization. The question on everyone's mind is simple yet terrifying. Is the Three Gorges Dam on the brink of collapse? The Chinese government insists that the dam is safe, and regular inspections are conducted to ensure its integrity. Official statements assure the public that the dam can withstand floods and earthquakes, and that any minor deformations are within acceptable safety margins. But with the increasing frequency of extreme weather events, floods, droughts, and heat waves, many experts are skeptical. Climate change is making weather patterns more unpredictable, and the infrastructure of the past may not be sufficient to handle the challenges of the future. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Three Gorges Dam isn't just a piece of infrastructure. It's a lifeline for millions of people and a cornerstone of China's energy strategy. Its failure would have catastrophic consequences, not just for China, but for the entire world. The dam's collapse would be one of the most significant engineering failures in history. With the potential to cause widespread destruction and loss of life, the ensuing humanitarian crisis would be unprecedented, overwhelming China's emergency response capabilities and necessitating international assistance. The future of the Three Gorges Dam remains uncertain. Can this titan of engineering be saved, or is its collapse inevitable? The truth is, no one knows for sure, but what is clear is that the risks are real and the consequences of failure are too great to ignore. The Chinese government faces a daunting task: maintaining the dam's structural integrity while managing the environmental and social fallout of its construction. This is a balancing act of epic proportions, and the world is watching closely to see how it plays out. As the world watches and waits, one thing is certain: the story of the Three Gorges Dam is far from over. What do you think? Can the Three Gorges Dam withstand the test of time? Or are we witnessing the slow-motion collapse of a modern marvel? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating structures, only on Urban Giants. Until next time, keep exploring.